Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of MechaWill Plays Nioh. Been super stoked to keep playing this game. I actually I had to leave an evening in between the last recording and this one, and I just basically left my PlayStation on because I wasn't sure if this little wall of text here goes anywhere. So we're gonna read it and then hit continue and then see if my life explodes into a flurry of beautiful Japanese action. Before I begin my preparations for landfall, I leaf once more through that curious book I'd chanced upon. Recorded inside are the memoirs of a sailor who had once paid visit to the land of Zipangu. Precisely how this document wound up in the hold of this ship when its author clearly belonged to the crew of a different boat is beyond me. But here I am, poring over its pages all the same, and not for the first time this voyage, I might add. What fascinated me above all else were the memoirs' many accounts of Zipangu's diverse armor and weaponry, which I am all for. Okay, well this is very interesting. Didn't know what was going to happen when I hit that, but we do have some weapons here. Choose your preferred weapon. So we've got the old classic Bloodborne dilemma here. So let's take a look at what we're getting here. Heart +1 sounds real good to me, but let's keep looking at them. A single-handed sword, primarily a slashing weapon with a wide range. With wide attack range, it can also be used for thrusts, giggity, and has a long reach. This is a well-balanced weapon that is easy to use. I do like that. A pair of swords, one held in each hand. A single blow from either blade lacks power, but they enable rapid consecutive attacks when used together. They make an excellent choice of weapon for numerous assailants. So, for multiple people, I guess the staggering ability of these swords might be useful, but it's not really the way I enjoy playing my first game. The spear does intrigue me, though. A long-handed weapon tipped with a blade at superior reach enables rangy sweeping attacks. However, it will ricochet wildly if struck against the wall. So if you're in a enclosed space, it's kind of not the best thing to do. We had a ton of fun with this axe. Its weight makes it a slow weapon to swing, but also gives it considerable power. Enemies find its attacks difficult to deflect. And then, of course, your Kusarigama, or however that's pronounced, a weapon that combines a sickle and a weighted chain. Requires a deep understanding of special techniques. It's good for quick strikes and close range, and the chain can be used to add range. So this looks like a really interesting weapon, maybe for experts. Since we're going through the first time, I kind of want to stick with either the sword, the spear, or the axe. Had a ton of fun with the axe. It's just, if it's too slow, obviously we might be having some troubles, but I think I want to go that route because I normally kind of go the beastie route for the Beastie Boys route. Yeah. The sailor from the memoir seems to have spent quite some time in Zipangu and succeeded in keeping the company of samurai. He writes in details of establishments in Zipangu called dojo, where people, including samurai, congregate for instruction in the martial disciplines. Just reading the sailor's vivid accounts, I feel as though what is happening in my mind. I feel as though I am there in the flesh, watching these warriors as they train. Samurai is the master of many armaments and trains for combat in every imaginable scenario. If I were to use another weapon, which one would I choose? If I were to use another, well, I mean, we kind of answered that question already. It'd definitely be the sword. The memoir also asserts that the samurai are knowledgeable in the martial arts. First, they know which fighting stance to use in each situation, high, mids, or lows. So I think this is starting to teach us about the actual gameplay. Second, after each attack, they ready themselves for their next strike by focusing their ki, or inner energy. Third, once their ki is ready, the samurai can use purification techniques to rid their surroundings of malevolence. I think that is is kind of like the magic in this game. I know how not to explain it, but it feels as though I have some innate ability to grasp all these concepts and have experimented many times with each technique. The memoir states Zipangu is home to 8 million gods and other deities. Exactly how this figure was derived, I can only imagine, but as I cast my gaze to the shore, I am struck by the sensation that some mystical power has been keeping watch over me. It is an energy that reminds me of Saori. You're gonna have to, this whole Let's Play is gonna be, me butchering the Japanese language. I just want to put out, right now. I pull out the memoir once more and survey each page as I arrive at the guardian spirit that best matches the force that I'm sensing. Okay, so I think we gotta pick a guardian spirit here. We have the strength skill spirit, which I believe is going to be like your magic rogue warrior kind of deal. That being the case, we've got the wolf, the garden spirit of the fire elemental, strengthens the attacking power. We've got the spirit, which is the shark, guardian spirit of the water elemental, amplifies the ability of those in its protection to sense enemies. Perception actually does seem useful. And skill +1, a hawk, and guardian spirit of the wind elemental, increases the evasive abilities of those in its protection. Actually, that's starting to appeal to me quite a bit. If I know anything about these types of games, the best thing that you can have is a lot of damage and a good ability to dodge. But what do I think this is actually going to do for us? This is probably, this is going to up our strength, our spirit, and our skill by 1 point, depending on what we pick. Our skill probably ups our stamina, gives us more, room to play around with evasion, and more armor that we can wield. The strength is going to help our damage out, and possibly our equip load. Both are really important, but I think let's just keep our build focused. So right now, yeah, I'm okay with that. Axe, sword, and then our fire memoir. Yeah, that's okay with me. Let's try a tutorial mission and see what this is like. This game is very new, so if you're coming here looking for answers on all of these questions, it looks like we should probably play out every aspect of this game and see what's going on here. The dojo is a training ground for the samurai. It is filled with the blood, sweat, and tears of the uncounted warriors who polish their techniques within its walls. These long traditions and secrets are handed down from generation to generation of samurai. I'm ready to go. I'm raving for this game. All right, we're in the dojo. Okay, and as we can see from the right, we definitely have like those fighting styles now. This is probably not as relevant right now, but I noticed when going through my last, where would it be? When going through my last session, my last episode, the screen brightness kind of drastically needed a boost for YouTube. So let's just make sure that it's bright enough for you guys. The objective is shown in the compass. Okay, sweet. So let's pick up our weapons. Let's equip. Perfect. And that was the tutorial. Beautiful. Okay, what is this? What does this say? Quick attack, strong attacks. Quick attack is fast. Only causes light damage. Yada yada. That seems fairly self-explanatory. Where are you? I should probably, maybe get that sword out somehow. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Is this guy, is he gonna do anything right now? I think. Yeah, I've got my wooden sword out. So let me, where would it be here? Let's maybe roast this guy and see if that brings us anything. I guess maybe that's it. Yeah, that's all we have for now. So let's see what else is going on here. Yes, objective is up there. I've been told. So let's see if we can do what we need to here. When you lock onto an enemy, your camera stays focused and will display the key, which is your. Oh, what's up? Definitely trying to figure out how to get this sword out here. This seems like the whole point of this thing was for us to use it. Am I wrong? Well, literally no button is working, so I'm just gonna continue on with my life here, punching this guy to death. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'd like to do that in my own life, Not to death, but there's some people that sometimes you just kind of want to punch them in the face. It's definitely not the thing to do. You're not in the right society for that. If you want to be, then you ought to move to maybe a less civilized nation where you don't punch people for disagreeing with you. But god damn it, some people just have those punchable demeanors. Some people can't even help it. I mean, I honestly, I think when it comes to it, I've got a fairly punchable face, and honestly, I don't blame you if you want to punch me. Makes sense. It's not something I agree with, although I hypocritically have just stated that there's some people that I, have thought about punching. Sometimes ooh, that's a little nasty here. Oh, I think they want us to demonstrate all the tools and techniques. This, honestly, like, this kind of stuff, I think, unless it's going to teach us some more advanced techniques, I think we know this stuff fairly well. There we are. Hey, we kicked his leg off. Alright, well, let's see if this next tutorial is worth anything. If not, we may just jump into the game and see where that takes us. Switching stances. That's useful. High stance emphasizes attack power. It allows for powerful techniques. Mid stance is good for defense. Wide range of techniques and is easy. Low stance is good for dodging. Okay, well, this stuff is something that we need to keep all this stuff in mind here. I see. Well, it's letting us do that, but it's not letting us, unfortunately, still not letting us throw on the old what's-its. Well, you know what? I think I get the gist of what's going on here. Because we've got all this stuff here in our inventory. I'd actually like to get to... I'd like to leave here now. Not the game. I would like to leave the tutorial. Is this possible to do? It appears this may or may not be possible. All the instructions, get a feel for the controls. Can we not exit out of this mission while we're going at it? 'Cause I think that might be a little silly. Especially because I can't seem to get my sword to get equipped here. Let's see what's going on with this. Unassign. Okay. A sturdy oaken practice sword, so hard that it won't break no matter how furiously it connects with an opponent. There we are. Oh, good lord. I cannot believe that it took me that long to figure that out. Well, we're learning stuff, and this seems to be the right time and place to do it. This is like every samurai movie ever. Let's move to a different stance here and move to the objective. Okay. So hopefully it'll teach us maybe something about ki, which should be nice. So I think they want us to get familiar with low stance here, which I think I kind of dig at the moment. Low stance lets you do a lot of like quick maneuvers and stuff like that, which should be super helpful. This medium stance takes a little bit more time for attacks to go away, but it also has a wide variety of moves here, it looks like. And high stance, as they were saying, is all about attack power, but man, look at how slow those attacks are. Okay, and does take a lot of ki. So I think for the time being, we should actually probably stay in low stance and then move up to mid and high depending on what we need. And that, I guess, is just to put away your weapon. Very nice. We're learning. What do you got for me? Okay. So this is the stance that we were using in the I guess the other tutorial section, which is very useful. On that subject, I've been talking with a buddy of mine who's been playing this game a little bit farther than me. Apparently, there's no need to be worried. This game actually gets fairly difficult. Ki pulse. R1 while blue lights gather around you for an attack. A ki pulse recovers your ki. Hold R1? Just hit R1, I suppose? I'd like to play the movie and actually see this, because this is what I've been told is a very important 1, 2, so little blue, and then you hit it, and then it's good. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay, so you go here. I'm seeing what's going on, I think. It's like a little way for you to get your stamina back fairly quickly, and I think that's going to be really important for higher advanced play. Yokai Realm and Purifications. Yokai Realm is another world born from the yokai. When you're in... you like that game with the watch? No. When you're in the yokai realm, your ki recovery speed is greatly reduced. Conversely, the powers of the yokai themselves are enhanced there. Purify recovers the maximum amount of ki from a successful ki pulse. In the yokai realm. Wait, recovers the maximum amount of ki from a successful ki pulse. It also cleanses the defilement of the yokai realm from your person, restoring you to normal. So I think this ki pulse thing, you know, assuming we're in the yokai realm here, if we use our pulse, should purify. Okay, I see. There we are. So you got to hit it at the right time. That seems to be something we're gonna need to learn quite in depth. What else we got here? Let's put on the wooden axe here. And if I can recall correctly, yeah, we can switch it like that. Sweet. So for now, since we're using a low weapon like this, the quicker attacks are I think are gonna be super beneficial to us. Although it doesn't look like, there we are. We got maybe a triple combo that we can do here. So much to learn, so much to say, so much to be when you're bringing in the back streets. You never know if you don't go. You never shine if you don't go. Oh, hey now. You're a meme now. This meme won't stop. Everywhere I look on YouTube, it is, it's just, oh, good lord. That's how you fucking wreck somebody. It's just, oh man, those key blasts are so quick. Everywhere you look now, it's nothing but All-Star and B-movie, man. There we are. We also got to keep in mind, like, our defense has got to be up too while we're at it. Can we even defend with this? Yeah, we can. Okay. Okay. There we are. And then if somebody wants a piece of this, is this just gonna have us like fighting endless enemies? Because I think I'm done here. Take me out of this hellhole. Alrighty, everybody, and we're back. Oh, good lord, that took a fair few seconds to get through all of that. But we learned that we suck at doing tutorials. We're going to take some of this ranged stuff and see if maybe we can Legolas the shit out of this. So, I don't understand what either of these are. What is this? This is a gun? Is this a gun? Good lord. Okay. Let's do both. Sweet. So, if we want to, if I'm correct, do we have to add any of that nonsense? I don't think so. So, let's go up. Can I... Okay, that's what the L2 button is for. Sweet. So here we are. Switch ammo for special arrows, and then we can use our little R3 here to zoom in. Full-on sniper elite. Cannot carry any of this gun. Sweet. So then, if we want to try out, let's see what this old gun is like here. What are we looking at here? Yeah, it's like, you know, it's an actual gun. That makes sense. Or I think we're supposed to, like, maybe shoot something over there. What's up, dude? Gotcha. You also get, like, critical headshots, I believe. I like that you can move while everything is going on here. There's nothing archaic going on in that system. You may proceed. I kind of like how our character model is kind of getting all like badassed out with yeah, I understand how that works. All badassed out with like all these weapons on his back. It's like probably, you know, fairly tough to carry around like 40 pounds of just medieval armor and gear. But you know what, this guy has trained all his life for this. Excuse me? No, I don't want to do that. Okay. I may now proceed to the... honestly, dude, I don't want to do the tutorial anymore. You've put me through this hellhole already. Living weapons. When the Guardian Spirit Amrita gauge is full, Amrita, press O and triangle. When a living weapon is active, press O and triangle. Triggering a living weapon changes health and key gauge into the living weapon gauge. As long as the living weapon gauge is active, you are impervious to damage. Holy shit. And your close combat attacks inflict more damage. The living gauge decreases over time and when enemies land attacks. So the less you get hit, the more you can keep this invincibility on. That's pretty cool. When a living weapon is active, press O and triangle and you'll perform a unique skill. That's pretty cool. I don't know where our Amrita gauge is. I think that's in our top left there, which is nice. So let's see what's up with this guy. Alright, we are now a living weapon. This seems alright. And that is our living weapons. Damn, check this out. I send a wolf after him. Nice. Okay, so we found out that there's some pretty dope things here. Will you let me leave? Yes, please. Oh, man, it feels like I've been waiting my whole life for that fucking message at the end there. Good lord. Man, I'll have to do editing on this episode. I don't like doing editing. Yes, close the memoir, please. Yes, this is okay. If you ask me if I want to go to the tutorial mission, I will murder you. The dinghies have been readied for us to make landfall. For all I have read on this country, nothing can truly prepare me for what now lies ahead. I put the memoir down and leave my cabin. All right. Kuroshima is a tiny island off the coast of Yusuki in Kyushu's Bungo province. There is little in the way of usable land, with coastlines rapidly giving way to cliffs and mountains. Clinging to its edge is the smallest of fishing villages, its residents eking out subsistence farming on plots. I don't know why my brain just died there for a second. Carved out from the hills, their frugal lives stand in stark contrast to the village elder whose opulent mansion perches atop the island's tallest peak, strangely oversized for the small island that it overlooks. We've made it, boys. We've made it into the castle. I assume there's going to be a castle in this game somewhere. It begs for some sort of a castle. Although I don't, did the Japanese have a castle? It's a good question. And this is I think where the beta started, if I'm not mistaken. That was weird. His mouth, beyond being strangely open, agape in horror, as writers will very colorfully say. But there was like a weird little squid thing that came out of his body and then disappeared into the night. Can't say I'm a fan of that. Excuse me? What? I'm already scared. I think I may actually want to leave it off here and kind of leave the last episode as like a tutorial. So we can kind of start this one fresh in case you want to just skip the tutorial, because I know nothing exciting really happened in that last little segment there, although it did teach us a lot of really good things. So I guess thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, always appreciate the like button. I'll read all your comments, so if you got one, go ahead and throw it down there. And if you subscribe, you'll get to see more Nioh videos and more of me, which we hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. I'll see you guys on the next Nioh playthrough episode.